Dear Class 7 students, in today's video, we are going to discuss a lesson from your main course book, Unit 1, Lesson 2, Gulli Danda. The question answers of the lesson, Gulli Danda, and the question answers of Unit 2, Section 3. Unit 2, Section 3, A Trek Through the Himalayas. These two lessons, one is a prose and another one is the poetry. A Trek Through the Himalaya is a poetry. These two lessons, question answers, we will discuss in this video. The lesson 2, Gilli Danda. First question, Gaya could not match this weapon of mine. What weapon was it? And why do you think Gaya couldn't match it? What was the weapon he was mentioned here? The answer, when the author refused to play anymore. Who is the author here? The writer. He himself is one of the characters of this story. Gilli Danda, he is an engineer and he came to that city, that town as a engineer, newly appointed engineer. There he met with Gaya, his boyhood friend. Gaya hit him with a danda. During their play, there was frequent clash among the children. So Gaya and the writer was in a clash. There Gaya hit him with a danda. The author started howling. Yes, he started howling. Howling was referred as the weapon that could not be matched by Gaya. Means he wanted to call other friends to escape from the hitting of Gaya, but in Gaya's side there was no mistake, so Gaya don't want to call other friends. Gaya was frightened as it was his fault that he had hit the other with a danda badly, so Gaya took to his heels. Yes. Here Gaya thought that it was he hitting the other player is not a good system in the play, and he realized his mistake, so he don't want to inform this matter to anyone. Second question, where are they? Where are they? Do you have any news of them? Who is asking the question of whom and why? The author had asked this question for his childhood friend Matai, Mohan and Durga because he wanted all of them to come and play a match of Gilli Danda. Yes, the author was inquiring about the other friends when they were used to play in their boyhood days along with Gaya. That friends were Mohan, Matai and Durga, about whom the author was asking. Third question, that was long ago, Sarkar. Please do not remind me of it. Who does not want to be reminded of what and why? Gaya did not want to be reminded of the blow that he had given to. He had given to whom? He had given to the author with a danda. Because after 20 years, the author had come back as an engineer of the district where Gaya was a groom. Groom is a person who is looking after the horse in a stable. And he was working as a groom of Deputy Sahib. There was a difference in their status. Yes, Gaya was a groom, and his boyhood friend, that was the engineer, they were doing different job and have the different status. Then question 4. Why did the writer leave his childhood home and leave away? The author had to leave his childhood home because his father was transferred to another town. Yes, that was the reason of separating Gaya and the writer. The writer's grandfather transferred to another town. That was the cause of the separation. And fifth question, Gaya's performance that day stunned me. Why was the writer stunned? What is the meaning of stunned? Here his performance surprised him. Gaya's performance surprised the engineer very much. When Gaya arranged a match with the other friends, the other was observing the match sitting in his car. He was stunned because Gaya was playing with the same efficiency and skill like his childhood days, and also because Gaya did not exhibit the same one day before when he played with the other. Yes, in this match that was instantly arranged, there Gaya was performing very well. But day before, Gaya and the engineer were alone played. That time Gaya didn't perform well because he understood that the engineer cannot perform as he performed. That are the questions from the Gilli Danda. Next, it's a poem, A Trek Through the Himalayas. Some of the questions we will discuss. What happened just before the travelers saw the peak? Peak means the highest point of the mountain. What was the weather like? What would they see, feel, or hear? When the travelers saw the peak of Himalayas, they were enchanted by the view from there. The peak of the mountain was covered with a light covering of mist and fog. The weather was cold and cloudy. They felt that they were among the clouds, and all along the way they could hear the sounds of the wind and waterfall. This all makes them feel that the mountain are calling them. This all makes them feel that the mountain was calling them. Second question, what happened when they reached the top? What was the weather like? What could they see, feel, or hear? When the travelers reached the top, the poet was overwhelmed. Overwhelmed with, what is the meaning of overwhelmed? A very strong emotional effect, either happiness or sadness. Here it is the happiness, strong emotional effect of happiness, overwhelmed. With happiness as they had achieved the goal they had sought. The weather was very cold as the peaks were covered with snow. They could see the horizon from the top. He feels that they do not remember anything about the world below and hear the sounds of the cold breeze. And another question, why is the world below forgotten? The world below is forgotten because they are extremely happy as they have achieved their goals. They are overwhelmed with happiness, enjoyed with happiness. He feels that their souls are cleansed. Their souls are cleansed of bad thoughts and feeling, and so are purged. They do not remember the world below. And these are the questions we want to discuss. And the next video, I will come with another lesson and its question answers. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.